Black maternal health issues is a major issue that we face that is as important as police brutality for Black women.
It's important to remember that we came out Freedom March NYC for George Floyd when he said he couldn't breathe. But we know that Eric Garner here in New York also cannot breathe. And we know that Black women across this country cannot breathe. And we see it in our hospitals, and we see it in our schools, and we see it in these streets, our streets. And so it is our responsibility to exhume these stories, to honor the mothers of the movement who have been carrying movements for centuries. So remember that as we stand out here tonight, that it is a generational work of mourning, of liberation, of birthing, of creating change. And so without further ado, I'd like to introduce the mother of Eric Garner.
Women, and we say Black Lives Matter, do you know the names of the women who has been killed around the nation? Yes, we know about Breonna Taylor, we know about Sandra Bland, we know those names, and maybe you know about my granddaughter Erica Garner. Yes. She wasn't killed, but she died of a heartache because she fought so hard for her father. So she ultimately succumbed to life at 27 years old. And this is who we're here to talk about, the women, the mentally ill, the ones who commit suicide, the police brutality, the domestic brutality, and the gunshots in the street, the gun violence. We all succumb to that as women, but we don't talk about that. We know more of the men's name, but we don't know too many of the women's names. There has to be a stop put to that. No matter how our Black women are killed, there should be a rally out in the street to protest it. Because our lives matter, and we must let people know that our lives matter. And like the sister before me talked about the Black men being absent. Where are you, Black men? And I commend the Black men who are here tonight. Thank you so much for being here and standing up for the Black women. But go home, or you don't have to go home, you got your cell phones, call them up and tell them that they are absent. And what is the problem? We march, we walk these streets. Every night we have walked the street and the Black man was there. Where are you tonight? That's right, I'm calling you out. I'm taking roll call. Where are you? What then you need to be in this crowd? All right now. Listen to me closely. Call a friend and tell them they're absent.
Yeah.
Because there should be no reason for all this violence to take place on our Black women, our Black transgender women. We are free to do as we please with our life. We're not bothering you. We're not the Black women who are transgender, they're not trying to get you. They're living their own life. So respect that. I think we should respect that as Americans. And you know, they talk about taking a knee now, even when we had the protest. Now the officers want to take a knee. Where was your knee when Cabinet was out there losing his job? That's when we needed to knee. We as women, my groups, we were out there taking a knee with Cabinet. Females taking the knee. Where were you? But I charge you all tonight to when you go home, don't just go home and sit in front of your TV or play your CDs. We have to take something from this meeting. We have to do something about it. And now what I do about it, we know that demonstration is good because it brings about awareness that there is a problem. But we can't only demonstrate, because demonstration, we can shout and yell all night long, and that's not going to get anything done. The only thing that's going to get done is to we can raise the awareness about there is a problem. But after demonstration, we have to go to legislation. Phone calls. I don't believe in writing letters. I believe in going up to Albany and facing my oppressors. I want to look them dead in the face and ask them, what can you do for my community? What can you do for our black and brown community? Will you stand with us? Will you be co-signers on bills for us? And I want to be at the table. I want someone who looks like me to be at the table. Because you know, black women, if we're not at the table, we're on the menu. So now we don't want to be on the menu. So we're going to demand that you give us what we're asking for, and all we're asking for is justice. What we deserve. That's all we're asking for. And we must remind them, we put them in there and we can take them out. Yeah! We can't have no excuses. No excuses why we not want to vote. The sun is not shining, it's raining, oh, I don't feel good. Our forefathers fought for this right. We had women and men who died on the Pettus Bridge, the Edmund Pettus Bridge, so that we can just get up in the morning and we can go and we can vote. And you know, we know there's voter suppression, but I'm going to give you a very good website where it'll tell you early voting, it'll tell you if your polling place is closed, if they change your polling place, what time you can vote. Is vote.org. VOTE.org. Write that down. Check out where you're going to vote. But I charge all of you to vote on election day or do early voting. Well, this is the first year that New York has early voting. But I'm not going to early vote because I'm going to stand on that line because I'm going to make sure that my vote counts. My vote is not going to get lost in the mail. I will be on that line, rain or shine. And I ask you, mostly all of you out here are young people. When you go to the polls, don't go alone. Take Miss Sally, Miss Annie with you, the ones who can't get out the house. Take them with you and make our votes together count. We need everybody to vote. No excuses, okay? No excuses. I'm counting on each and every one of you. And again, I say, this crowd is phenomenal. And the speakers that was before me, they said it all. They brought you a message today, so I want each and every one of y'all to take something from each one of those messages that you heard today. And I thank each and every one of you. No justice?
No peace!
All right.
Black women?
Matter!
Black women?
Matter!
Black mothers?
Matter!
Next up, we are going to have Julianne Williams speaking. Please give her a warm welcome.
Mic check! No peace!
No justice,
No peace!
black lives,
Matter!
Nequa life.
Matter!
Okay, I'm the mother of the Nequa Cook. Many of you have heard me before. I've spoke about the systemic injustice that I suffered after losing my daughter to reckless drivers. Today I stand here with all of you, and as the former speaker said, Ms. Gwen, who is a mother like myself, who lost her son, we are taking it to legislation. We need justice for the lives of our kids. Danico was standing a block away from her home when she was tragically struck and killed by two individuals in a Porsche motor vehicle. To this day, I've been in the court, and what the system deems as justice is no justice for us African Americans. We have to continue to fight to end racism. It's big on us. We cannot lose our loved ones, and the criminal justice system takes over with us having no voice. And then after losing our loved ones, we are left to grieve and mourn with no justice given in the court. So as we stand together tonight, I applaud you all for being here. I thank you all for coming out, because in solidarity, and it's only in solidarity and peace with God by our side can we end this. So as Gwen says, get out, vote, be patriotic, stand up for our rights. Stand with us as parents as we stand for the rights of our children. And let's end this systemic justice racism system. And let's fight for our rights, because it's only in fighting we will win. We will win.
Yes! Yes!
Life matters. Thank you. Thank you all for coming out. God bless you.
How y'all doing? Come on. How y'all doing?
Yes!
All right, y'all. We've all heard a lot of incredible speakers, and we just want to take this time to do a brief pause, intermission, get some food. Black women, get some candles. Everybody. Oh, yes, Black women go first, please. But there's food downstairs, there's candles, and we're going to regroup in about 5-6 minutes with a meditation.
And then if you do not have any candles, we have volunteers who will be passing candles around and also lighting them for you. We'll announce when those candles will be lit. Absolutely. So we also have an amazing playlist ready for you guys. So let's just get that started.